Hi, I'm Paul with Martin Fly. You know, fly fishing is a journey, and along that journey you're going to experience some challenges. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to overcome those challenges and get back to enjoying your time on the water. The first challenge I want to discuss with you is the wind knot. Occasionally when you're fly casting in heavy wind, or you're just really trying to reach out and hit that spot that's a little bit farther away than a controlled cast, you end up with something called the wind knot. Your fly or your line can double over and get tangled together. What you want to do is retrieve your line, and you're either going to start with the loop itself or the fly, and just carefully untangle your line, and you'll be able to return to your next cast. The next thing we're going to talk about is line breaks. Depending on where your line break occurs, you may need to use a different solution or a different knot so that you can get back to fishing. If you break a fly off, but you still have ample tapered leader or tippet remaining, you can just go ahead and tie on a new fly. For that, you're going to want to use a Palomar knot, a loop knot, or your favorite knot. The lower portion of your tapered leader is the presentation weight fishing line. If you break your tapered leader at about the midpoint, the presentation line is gone. What you're going to want to do in that situation is splice in a piece of tippet or lightweight fishing line using a uni-to-uni knot. Sometimes you get a wind knot and you just can't get it out of your line, or you're fighting a fish and your line gets chafed by something hard in the water. In some instances, you may need to tie a new tapered leader onto your fly line. On that occasion, I recommend the nail knot. For more information on knots, we have an educational video dedicated to knot tying. Sometimes when we're out fishing, you see that perfect spot or that fish off in the distance, and you just can't wait to get your cast over there. And what happens in this instance is if your click is not set, or if you just really rip the line off of that reel, you can get what's called an overrun, where the spool spins faster than the line coming off the reel. When this happens, what you need to do is take your time, pull the line off of the reel slowly while applying slight pressure to the spool, and then reel the line back in to resolve any potential tangles that occurred in your reel. The last challenge I want to talk to you about today has to do with the reel itself. Our reel is an all-metal construction, mostly comprised of aluminum. And some of us are very meticulous about how we care for our gear, and some of us throw it in the back of the truck and hope for the best. Sometimes you have the unfortunate incident of falling down while you're waiting. When this happens, if the reel takes an impact, it can cause the spool to be off-center. If your spool's off-center, what you want to look for is the area of the spool that's shifted, and then you want to apply pressure on the opposite side in order to level the spool back out so that it's not rubbing on the frame of the reel. Someone close to me once said that every challenge is an opportunity, and I want you to know that fly fishing is a journey, and every challenge is an opportunity for you to hone your skills. And just remember to take a step back and appreciate where you are.